Well, yesterday was about waiting. Today is about deciding. I can't run a successful cattle operation without a way to move hay. Sooner or later, I've got to commit to a solution. So we're out here in the field getting this grass raked up. This is the field we had mowed earlier, and it's been dry, and it is drying out really well. So we're going ahead and raking it up, getting it in some nice windrows so we can get it baled hopefully today. We had some issues with that old John Deere industrial tractor. You know, it really wasn't a great tractor. It had bad brakes. It did not have any hydraulic hookups on the back, so matter of fact, it'd have been a perfect tractor to run this rake. And we couldn't even do that because we need hydraulics for the rake. So, you know, it had its problems, had its shortcomings. And, well, it is now not working. So we had to make some decisions, and some decisions have been made, and we'll talk through that as we go along. I do like this little rake here. It is doing a fantastic job getting these rows made up. I know it could be bigger, but it's working really well. I like it. So we did hear back from the dealership, and so the tractor has a couple things wrong with it. So we do know that the brakes didn't function very well, so they needed to be repaired. We also were not able to crank it last time, so they did diagnose that. It needed a new fuel pump, and well, those are not easy to change out on that particular tractor. So that, and then they also found some water in the oil. So we have a cracked block or something. They did not tear it down to find out what's going on. They just let me know that the crankcase is leaking somewhere. Some gasket or something has got a problem. So I got a ballpark quote on what it would take to fix it. And well, y'all know how expensive it is to get dealerships to work on things. Well, it's going to be about twice as much as the tractor's actually worth. So I made a decision. They actually gave me a little bit of an allowance on a trade-in, about $2,000, which is not great. A tractor was probably worth, you know, 8 to 10 if it was running for that horsepower tractor, but with it not running, they just basically give me scrap price for it, or so it seems. So we've made a decision to go ahead and purchase another tractor. Now, unfortunately, the dealership just did not have anything used that would quite work for us. Well, they have a lot of used vehicles that would work, but it's not really what we were looking for and in our price range. So we actually ended up getting a new vehicle. We're going to, well, I had to finance it for now. Maybe we can pay it off early. I don't know. But we're going to get a new tractor, and I think it's going to work out splendidly for us. Yeah, it just did not make sense to repair that old John Deere after all the things that were wrong with it. Yeah, you know, probably could have tried to do the work ourselves. But the problem I have is I've got to get this hay up off the ground. Got to get it in the barn and taken care of. So we're running out of time here in September. You know, October's coming very, very quickly. And we're going to have other things that we need to do. So that is all of this field. Let's get this folded up. Head back on to the barn. So yeah, we went ahead with a new tractor. You know, part of, I bought that old John Deere industrial tractor. I thought it was a good deal. We actually got a pretty good deal on it until everything went south. It was a pretty good tractor and it could be useful around the farm. But it did have its shortcomings. And looking back on it now, I probably should not have bought it. But hey, that's just life. You know, some decisions pan out and some just don't. And that was one that didn't. So we're going to cut our losses on that tractor. Probably ended up losing about $3,000 on that deal. But it is what it is. We're going to try to just move forward now. You know, maybe we could sell a few bales of hay or something and cover the difference if we make enough. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick up a new tractor. It's going to have a loader, which is what we really need. We did look into adding a loader to this tractor. It's just not set up for it. They would have had to run all the lines and everything, controls. It did not even have a bracket to mount up a loader, so just a lot of work, and time was really the issue. We could have got a loader added to this tractor for much cheaper, but it wouldn't have happened very quickly. So that's why we are just moving forward with the new tractor. All right, I need to get this backed in. So we still have the grass right here around the barn. We need to get it mowed, and we're going to try to get on that just as soon as possible. I don't know how much growing season we have left. Being new to Kentucky, we're just not sure about how this grass is going to grow through the year. So I do want to get this mowed as soon as possible, just so we can make sure that we have as much hay on the ground as we can. Well, actually, we need to get it in the barn before winter gets here. All right, let me get this thing unhooked. All right, got the rake taken off the tractor, so that's good. Now I'm going to go ahead and shut this down here. There we go. All right, very good. So we have the raking done. Yeah, this is going to be a big field here. Big field. So, yeah, that's good. Cows are doing well. They still have plenty of meadow. But we're going to go on, head down to the dealership, and let's see about picking up our new equipment. They had just texted me a few minutes ago. Said it's ready to go. Oh, there it is. They have it out front, ready for us. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah, buddy. Nice new Holland T4. Has a 75 horse engine. Nothing too crazy. Got the hydraulics in the back, which we needed to run the rake. Yeah, this is a good little tractor. I think it'll work out good on the farm. We got the front loader and a nice Bale spear there. We even went with the narrow ag tires. That way, if we want to use this as a sprayer tractor or something like that, shouldn't have too much damage in the field. So, yeah, really excited to use this. So let me go in, sign the paperwork. We'll get this thing loaded up. Man, this thing's dry. It's really smooth. Really smooth. All right, let's lift up that loader there so we don't scrape on the trailer. Let's see. I think I'm good. I think I'm good there. All right. Very good. Loader's down. I think we're all set. We're over the tires, I believe. Pretty good. I think we need to move this forward just a little bit more. Let's ease up just a touch. There we go. Got a little squat in the truck. Perfect. All right. All right, perfect. We're right there close to the front. All right, we're sitting pretty there. We're going to get this thing strapped down and head on to the house. All right, we have made it back down, well, to the hayfield. We're going to go ahead and get some of these bales loaded up. You know, I just wanted to mention that, you know, we had the old John Deere. We could have kept that, got it fixed up. Used it, and maybe it would have worked. Maybe it wouldn't. But, you know, I just don't want to build this farm around equipment that I don't trust. You've got to be able to rely on your equipment, know that when you go out to use it, it's going to work. And I just didn't have that confidence in that tractor. So we bought this New Holland, and I think it's going to be a good tractor. You know, I could have got something fancier, something bigger, something with a cab, but I just didn't need that. I needed, well, it's not just about moving the hay, which that was a key problem, but it's really about choosing equipment that fits how the farm is actually going to run. We needed something that would function. You know, we're moving hay bales, more than likely going to be pretty decent weather, so we didn't need a cab. This tractor can be a little bit more economical and still help us get the work we need to get done. Oh, look at that, smooth as butter. That is very nice. Just gonna load these onto the trailer, and then we'll take them back down to the farm and get them unloaded. Beautiful. Alright, we've got this one last bale to get off the field. Ended up having to ferry a few of them over to the barn with the tractor. It got the trailer full, and I didn't want to stack too high, so we just left it at a single layer, and then we came down. Then we're able to get the rest of them off the field with the tractor. Already got a couple in the barn, starting to look like a farm. Starting to get some hay in the barn, and I'm starting to feel a little better about how this is going. Alright, that looks good. Getting those stacked in there. Yeah, I think that's working out really well. The pallets are holding it up off the ground. Very nice. It's starting to feel functional. Now, obviously, this is not ideal, having the hay in this barn. You know, at some point, we probably need a dedicated barn for the hay, but for now, this is working out. I think it'll work out just fine. Yeah, it's taken away from our equipment storage, but for now, it'll work out just fine. Well, let's go ahead and get these unloaded off the trailer. And we'll get this barn semi full of hay. Probably parked just a little too close. So I did have to put this old mower on the back, a little bit light on the back of the tractor. So I need to grab a weight, something, box blade or something to put back here to add a little weight to the tractor. It's a little bit light with these big bales, so I'm having to be careful. But the mower had a little bit of weight and it worked out just good enough to let me get this done. Ooh, what a day, what a day. We have been all out trying to get this done, but we did. Got all the baling done, and we have actually picked up all the bales except for this last one, which I had to go get. It would not fit on the trailer, so we got the trailer unloaded, and I just ran down to the back section and picked this last bale up, bringing it up here, and we're going to get it in the barn. We have got quite a few bales in the barn, and it is looking very promising for the future. Very excited about this. Very excited. A lot of grass, and we still have this field to go here. Yes, we do. So the tractor has done fantastic. It's just a little bit light in the back, and I'm going to have to figure something out. The little mower, that could right there, it actually was just enough weight to counter those heavy bales, but we need something a little bit more robust. And that thing clinks around too, as it's kind of annoying back there. But yeah, well, look, we've got some bales stacked in here, nice and tight. They're fitting on the pallets here. We don't have much room left, but yeah, we're doing very well, very well. So it's getting late. It's gotten late in this afternoon, but we're gonna go ahead and hop into the old green tractor over there, hook up to the mower, and try and get this field over here mowed. I think I can do it. I think I can do it before dark. May have to turn the lights on. Well, it took a couple days to get here, but the farm just took a big step forward. Problems don't disappear on their own. You face them, or they just stack up. We'll finish dealing with this hay, and then we'll start looking ahead. See you back here soon at Bluegrass Ridge.